Moving on now to the second part of my critique of this fine work, the teaser trailer. Do I like the trailer? Yes, I do. I feel that in a short space of time, it gives you this sense of a hurried, panicked existence and a breakdown. So it draws you into it. It gives you an impression of the sort of thing you're feeling in a film, but also leaves you the question of asking what exactly is going on and why is it going on. So it does the right thing of um, you know making you think, okay, this is interesting, but still ask you what's going on, so it intrigues you and leaves you asking more at the same time. Perhaps it was a bit of a waste of time at the beginning with this big bit about the production house, and then the disclaimer, it said it's suitable for all audiences, but perhaps then it should go on to say that it is a 15 certificate, which I don't remember seeing any point in the trailer. It comes up straight away, the disclaimer of it's the trailer suitable for all audiences, the fact it gives you the production house of the film, goes through then with the trailer, tells you what the film is, the title, and when it's coming. That certainly, I would say, goes with the codes and conventions you would expect from this trailer. Is the trailer too dark or too light? Possibly it's too light, particularly there's a lot of these scenes where the star is in bed, lights going on and off, but obviously you can see through the window outside that it is daylight still. Why would someone be in their bed in the day, the light going on and off? It does ease a question that. The style of it is very light, but that's because it's obviously shot on sort of a camcorder type camera. But then that's obviously part of the nature of the film. If you think that the Blair Witch Project shot camcorders wide to give that impression of sort of this very personal, and it adds the realism of the film. But possibly because of the dark, mysterious nature of the poster with the dark colours, a sort of thriller, gothic, horror feel, perhaps in itself, then the trailer should be slightly darker too. Is there too much going on or too little? The soundtrack itself complements, I'd say, the visual aspects very well, as much as this is slightly out of tune, very quick going through. At the same time, you're going certain images to images, backwards and forwards, sort of time, the sense of time going on in the trailer. I feel that all complements what's going on with it. And certainly, I'd say that means that the soundtrack does fit well to the trailer. Is there too much going on? Well, there is a lot going on, but it's quite obvious by watching it that that's deliberate. That you're deliberately wanting to go through this sense of a kind of breakdown, of something being not right. Now, perhaps that makes it slightly difficult to follow, and equally, perhaps there could be slightly more given to you in terms of what's the film about. Is there some great horror that suddenly happens apart from the heavy drinking, the running around, what's happening? Is there death? Is there some sort of terrible thing? Obviously, you don't want to spoil the main climax of the film, but if you see what's going on and then the after effect, it makes you want to think what happened in the film, and that's something you probably don't get a sense of from the trailer. The trailer enticed me into wanting to watch the film. It certainly intrigued me into wanting to know more of what the film's about. As I said, looking at the poster, the thing for me as a viewer probably is that it's quite obvious that this is some sort of mystery thriller horror film, and I have to be honest with that is not my personal taste in films. So in that respect, probably would I want to watch it? Perhaps not, but I have to say, actually, from those types of films, this looks, if I was to watch one, probably this would be the one that intrigued me, because it gives you a sense there's something more to think about and follow with it, than just sort of gratuitous violence or a bizarre storyline. Asking what genre I feel film belongs to can be more than one. Well, certainly, I've already said it gives you a sense of suspense and thriller like that. Because you're seeing this breakdown, you're not quite sure what's going on, you're not quite sure what's going to happen next. it sort of makes the viewer perhaps think of Blair Witch type horror. So I say definitely sort of horror aspects to that, and mystery too, a suspense film, because you don't quite know what's happening in the trailer, you don't quite know where it's leading. What you can see is there's obviously something deeply wrong with this girl. She's running around the woodland, she's drinking heavily, she's out of bed. It doesn't quite make sense, and that's sort of what draws you in. But that's why I say it's sort of a horror, mystery, thriller, suspense type film. Anything else I feel about the trailer? Well, yeah, I don't remember seeing it was 15 certificate anyway, which certainly is made clear on the poster, so perhaps that could be made clear on the trailer. Thank you very much, viewers, for joining me on this quite serious review of Andrew Roll's latest work. I will advise you to go out there, see it in the cinemas yourself, and make up your own mind.